Welcome everybody back to V-Time, episode 47. We're back in action, more leaks from the trial decks, and the Alice is starting a very nice trend with the streams that we're going to cover. So, Alice, you got anything to add in the intro? Alright, let's get straight to it. Starting off with the week's leaks. Interesting start of the week with Sunday with a Neonectar card that kind of contradicted what we thought with Neonectar. Do you want to cover it or should I?
I'll cover it.
Go for it.
Maiden Blue Lace, grade 1 AK?
Should be an AK. It is an AK.
AK. With a act rear guard, once per turn cost Soul Blast 1, call up to 1 plant token to rear guard, and this unit gets power plus 5 until the end of turn.
That's it.
So, I guess
You're still doing plant tokens? I thought we were doing pixie tokens or fairy tokens. I'm so confused at what Asha's wanting to do right now.
Yeah, because the whole thing in the description was, and they've been pretty true to what the descriptions were, is it was going to make a pixie token?
The copies the power and critical Vanguard?
Yeah.
So maybe Asha's going to change the normal plant tokens to pixie tokens?
We'll just...
Anyway, moving on, we had some Gear Chronicle trial deck leaks. It's support grade 3. And it is a support grade 3. It's stupidly generic, and it's in a good way.
Yep.
We got Steam Gunner, Yarlaganda. There you go. Yarlaganda.
I'm not even try it. Anyways.
Auto Vanguard Rear Guard, when it attacks, costs Cannabis 1, draw a card, and this unit gets 5k until the end of turn. Simple.
Yep.
Straightforward, plus. For a trial deck. Oof.
Stream leaks.
Oof.
I'll let you cover it.
Alright, so they're starting this trend. We didn't think they were going to do it this way, but apparently they are. We saw Chronojet last week. We see Altmile this week, which means Asha's probably going to come next week. And after that, I'm assuming we're going to start seeing next stage the set.
We're gonna start seeing the actual set, yeah.
Yeah, the set's called Next Stage.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, we're going to start seeing the set.
So, what does Altmile do? Well, before we go to Altmile, his Squire, whatever you
His
want.
partner in crime.
Yeah, pretty much. Grade 2 support in the trial deck is probably going to be a staple for most decks. Absolute Blade Knight, Liver Up. Auto Vanguard Rearguard, when placed from hand, costs Cannabis 1, search your deck for up to 1 grade 2 card, call it to an open rearguard, and shuffle your deck. If you have no face-up cards in your damage zone, you may pay Soul Blast 1 for the cost.
No matter what, you're getting this ability off of your play from hand.
Pretty much.
Unless you're completely out of resources all over the place, which is going to be very hard.
It is coming back to Altmile doing all-around grade 2s, apparently. We knew about the whole no face-up damage thing, but apparently we're also doing grade 2s again. At least it's not brave.
Yeah. On a right note, this does splash into any grade 2 deck, so any grade 2 deck. Any Royal Paladin deck, so you can grab your Blaster Blade if you want to play this in Blaster Blade.
Not wrong.
So, I don't see it as a bad card.
It's a really good staple. The only problem I might have with it is the fact that it doesn't gain power. So whatever is boosting it, it needs to be a beefy booster. So, what does Altmile do?
Well.
He works for grade 2s and damage. Not in the way we expected.
The wait for Royal support was well worth it, apparently.
So, Blue Sky Knight Altmile. Continuous Vanguard Rearguard during your turn. If you have no face-up cards in your damage zone, this unit gets 15k. A Vanguard Rearguard ability with that.
28k meter.
Second ability is Act Vanguard. Once per turn, cost Cannabis 1, discard a card from your hand, search your deck up to for up to 2 grade 2 cards, reveal them and put them into your hand and shuffle your deck. Just a straight up plus.
Yeah, I mean, you basically can now just run 1 or 2 copies of any grade 2 you want in this toolbox, whatever you need at the time.
Pretty much. You can even get the support grade 2 and call something out of deck, so keeping another card in hand.
So you just keep filling out your deck more and more and more.
Pretty much. Like, we played this there's a video. Disclaimer, the Altmile deck we built is shit. I will straight up say it.
Well, it's not optimal because we're running off of cards that, we already have.
And we don't have experience with rolls, so we probably put the wrong cards in.
But it gave us an idea of how the engine just with Altmile Grade 3 and this Grade 2 will.
Oh yeah, that gave me so much perspective on what cards might be better and what cards when they do come out, how it was gonna work. Because after like using his skill a third time, I look at the deck and I go, oh, the only 2 Grade 2s I can pick out. And then my deck's nothing but triggers Grade 3s and Grade 1s.
Yep.
Deck winning is deck winning. Anyway, moving on.
More Royal Paladin.
A support Grade 3 is technically good, but at the same time, in my opinion, from testing out Altmile, really not. Because you want the Grade 2s to stay in the front row.
Yeah.
Depending on what they do they later down the road, maybe not. But it's Unite Rate Dragon. It's a freaking mecha dragon.
Yeah, Mecha Dragon.
Everything's mecha now.
Yep. But it's got a Vanguard Rigor skill.
Auto Vanguard Rigor, when placed from hand, costs Soul Blast 1, and you may call a Grade 2 card from your hand to Rearguard. If you call, draw a card. So basically makes stuff really free. The only weird thing, like, yeah,
This deck really wants more Grade 2s and 3s.
exactly. Like if you call this Rearguard and you call a Grade 2 to the other circle, well, that's about it. You don't draw a card, but if like, what else are you gonna do? Like you're gonna call your back row that can boost, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then later, now you gotta somehow get rid of your front row if you want to call stuff. Otherwise, you're minusing or not having power. Like it's such a weird deck to play right now. But I guess if they introduce Grade 2s that have inherent boost or Grade 1s that count as Grade 2s or something, you can technically call the new Grade 2 out, and then use its skill, grab something from your deck and call it. Build up a board really easily and not minus from hand. But then again, you're calling a Grade 2 to a back row.
I'd rather just be calling them out of deck than hand.
Pretty much.
But onwards, we got more new nectar leaks.
This one was a weird one. I mean, it's generic as hell, but damn.
Yeah. It's, I'm not even gonna...
Momosume Peach.
Yeah.
The other
It's
Momosume.
It's a Grade 1, aka Auto Rearguard. When it boosts, if you have 5 or more units, costs Soul Blast 1, and it gets power plus 10,000 until the end of turn.
Really generic. Straight up, that's it.
Yep.
Oh no.
So,
Monthly Bushiro happened.
yep. We got a lot of leaks and a lot of artwork about some other things.
Alright, so quickly before we talk about the cards that we know effects of, let's just cover these 5. We got Steam made it, we got revealed Stroboscope Dragon apparently.
We got the art for these, yes.
Yep. Lunar Crest Knight Velux, Fairy Light Dragon, and Blossoming Maiden Cell. So these got shown in the magazine. They're very interesting. I mean, oh god, I'm sorry.
We knew the Hill Trigger was going to come back.
Yes, and she's beautiful as ever, and people are excited for her to be back finally.
We knew we were going to get this card. This is the Chronicle from the manga. Stroboscope Dragon.
I'm hoping it's a Grade 2. He looks like a deep release, honestly.
Yeah, it's very mecha, especially for Chronicle, but I like the art.
It reminds me of a Gundam from a chess piece.
I know, right? This guy
He looks. I remember him from the original Z series.
Yeah.
The Felix. I remember him. He was a Grade 1 if I remember correctly, and he looks like a Grade 1 in this picture. So we'll see what he does. He might be really stapley. This fairy that looks like an enigma.
Oh, no. This I think is the Hill Trigger for New Nectar.
Still, it looks like an enigma.
It's a fairy plant dragon with weird wings. It's the Hill Trigger.
It looks like an enigma.
And then we got, of course, the starter for Royals and...
You remember this stupid card?
Isn't that a Grade 1?
That is the Grade 2 that came out during the end of G with New Nectar.
It gave things resist.
Yep, they gave itself resist.
Yeah.
And power. And stupidity. It's back.
They're back, yeah.
I can hear Madison now.
I don't know if all these are in the trial deck, but most of these are from trial deck stuff, so they're probably...
And some might be set stuff. Speaking of some that might be set stuff, we got how many? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. You want to interchange?
Sure.
I go first.
All right.
We got first off, Rendo Gantian Musketeer Entero. Wow. Entero. Auto rearguard when placed, one of your vanguards gets 5k until the end of turn for each of your token units. So it doesn't say plant tokens, or those pixie tokens, or fairy tokens, whatever Asha does, it's accounted for. So if you have a lot of them, Asha's gonna get power, so they're gonna get power, so yay.
Exactly. On to some more Royal Leaks. Hedwig Knight Celine. If you remember, this is a grade 1 from the older sets that counted as a grade 3 or 2 in deck. But he has a new skill. Continuous rearguard. If you have no face-up cards in your damage zone, this unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects.
That's good.
Pretty good. And then auto rearguard. At the end of the battle that it boosted, discard a card from your hand and return one of your rearguards to your hand.
That's really good. I will be putting that in Altmile next time we record. Because that helps a lot of the problem. Because I can bounce some of the annoying stuff that I don't want to stay on the field and keep it in hand.
Yep, and it can't die if it's in the background.
Pretty much. Then we got Sage of Eminent Virtue Tion. Continuous rearguard. If you have 5 or less units, this unit cannot attack or be attacked. Continuous rearguard. This unit gets power 10k during your turn. That's it. It's a beat stick and a half.
Yeah, basically you want a whole board to do things. Otherwise it just sits there and does nothing.
I mean, it's a 9k grade 2. That's a beat stick. That's it. Honestly, it's not a bad card because most of the time you're gonna fill your board with royals, and then you need just a generic beat stick. Found.
And intercept with your other grade 2, and then they can't attack it.
Plus, it doesn't require any sort of cost, so you don't have to worry about your damage being all the way face down. Like the other child, like Karma Soul Blast one for 15k, you still need the resources, but this one is just beat stick.
Yep. This one's interesting.
You're the one who wanted to build jet. Here you go.
Interdimensional Beast, Isolate? Isolate line?
Yep.
Auto Vanguard, when placed, look at the top card of your deck and call it to rearguard. Then Act Vanguard, once per turn, cost. Retire one of your rearguards, search your deck for up to 1 grade 3, call it to rearguard. Shuffle your deck, and it gets power +5 until the end of turn. So this is a great way to get your backup grade 3 from the trial deck, or even Chrono Jet.
I mean, if you call it Chrono Jet, it's a 23k no Sentinel on its own.
Yeah, the only cost is to retire, so you're not counterblasting, so you have to counterblast.
So what kind of form of Gold Paladin timely bullshit is this?
I mean, this
granted, like you saw in the picture, it's a grade 4.
Yep. So it'd be weird if this is in the trial deck, because, you know, it's probably just a monthly promo.
Man. Anyway, moving on, we got Steve. Oh, no, wait.
Yeah, that's right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, whoops. We missed time. Steam Fighter Shuto. Auto vet when. It doesn't have a regular vanguard, so I'm so confused. Auto. When this card is discarded from hand during your turn, cost Soul Blast 1, and your opponent cannot call grade 2 or greater cards from hand to Guardian Circle until the end of turn. I don't know how I feel about this.
I mean, if you're playing Jet and you're not playing Fang, it's a mini version of the Fang's last kill.
Very. If you're playing Fang, you can basically go down to 3 cards and have a mini version. Because you're gonna prevent. This card is basically gonna prevent any interceptors that Fang didn't kill.
Yep.
And any grade 2s or quick shields, if they still have them in hand, from being used, and that's it. Like their grade 0s are still gonna be 20 and 15k shields or 5k shields. Okay, it's gonna prevent draw trigger, 5k shields, whatever. And the grade 1s are still gonna be 1k shields, but that's about it.
I mean, this is really good early game, because if you get the grade 2 from the last set that gives you an extra drive when you discard, you can discard him. Okay, cool. You cannot just this 5k shield past it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna waste cards from their hand, definitely.
Yes, or they're gonna take a lot of damage from trigger checks.
I mean, depending on how Fang now plays, this is gonna be Splash's Fang, by the way. Yeah. Depending on how Fang now plays, you're basically telling your opponent, you see those grade 2s in your hand, they're gonna stay in your hand unless you call them, because you're not guarding with them.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Anyway, last but not least,
today's leak.
Fashion and expected, we're getting set leaks.
Yes, got a rare and a common.
I don't know how I feel about this, because all misconceptions of Chrono Jet went out the window.
Yes. I have theories about how Jet's gonna play now because of this, but we'll get to that after we talk about this.
Right. Uno momento, because timing of recordings is really key. So, you want this or should I?
I'll cover it.
Go.
Mazagir Dragon.
He back.
He's grade 1, 8k rare. Auto, when this card is discarded during your turn. Cost.
From hand.
Yes. Yes. Cost. Still last one. Choose one of your opponent's front row rear guards and retire.
I don't know how I feel about this card. Because in Fang, it's just not good. Because Fang does the retiring already.
I mean, back to the whole grade 2 early game. That card's gonna be such a staple because of all these effects.
Boy, it gives a drag check.
Yeah, it gives a drag
It
check.
doesn't matter what kind of effects your Chronicle have, it gives a drag check.
I mean, but now everything's just a bonus with the discard, whatever you discard. Because now you can still last one if you do it to pop a rear guard if they're trying to rush you. Or if you decide to Mystery Flare, you can pop their rear guards when you discard them.
It's an interesting card. I really don't think it's going to be rando. Unless the meta becomes so heavy on field presence.
I mean, it is front row. So it's great if you're going against an Excel deck, maybe.
I mean, even then, like most Excel decks, because of the way they play sometimes, pop a fucking grade 1 in the front row so it can swing. At that point, I'm just going to pop the grade 2s that can intercept, and that's it with Fang, and then this thing's just sitting there. In Jet, if you want to have a retire engine, it's amazing, because apparently Jet's going to be ditching cards from hand as well.
Yeah, I guarantee you that next stage is going to have a cost to discard just because of all these effects.
No kidding. Hey, speaking of something of discard.
Yep.
You want it?
Sure. Team Cook. Shaushu.
Shaushu.
Another grade 1. AK. Auto rearguard. When it. Is it grade 1?
It should be a great one.
It is, that's interesting.
Yeah, and like I said, it's probably not going to be played.
Auto rearguard. When it attacks, discard a card from your hand, and this unit gets power plus 10 to the end of turn.
So it's an 18k beat stick that has to attack.
And also discards a card.
I mean, I guess if you don't have anything else, it can.
I mean, unless we get a card that says draw a card when it's discarded, like the Fang grade 1.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're just minusing for power. And
In Fang, I'm not going to play it. There's better grade 1s.
Yep.
In Jet, I don't know if it's going to play it. We don't know.
Jet is such an anomaly right now. Because I have a feeling that Jet's just going to be this deck that just... I'm going to discard things. And then my Vanguard, I'm just going to gain effects off of things from things I discard because everything works when they're discarded now.
Unless we're just seeing all the Fang support before Jet, but at the same time, I don't believe it.
Yeah. Especially since a lot of the trial deck stuff, like the grade 1 already discards a card when it hits.
I love the fact that you thought whenever Jet first got announced, oh, he's gonna bind. Get all the bind mechanics.
Yeah, man. Rip that flare deck.
Binding is no longer in Gear Chronicle's repertoire, apparently. Other than Lost Legend Mystery Flare, I think they're going away from that.
I mean, you got your one really good backup grade 3. That's probably all we're getting.
I mean, the fact that you can turbo Mystery Flare to 19 on first grade 3 ride tells you everything.
Yeah, I mean, you can... Not wrong.
Is that it? Well, that's it. Pretty interesting week. Next week, we're going to see Asha. Fun. Any other news we got other than Atlanta's closely coming.
Yeah, it's...
Let's do some predictions for Atlanta. Meta for Atlanta. What do you think is gonna here? What do you think is gonna be meta or very good contenders in Atlanta? Because by the time Atlanta rolls up, we're gonna have Astro Force out.
Vanquisher, Vanquisher, Vanquisher.
All 3 people cannot play Vanquisher.
You're gonna see Vanquisher in every single team. One person, you're gonna see one Vanquisher in every single team.
Oh jeez, that just reminds me of the whole Overlord Bermuda something else meta we had.
Oh yeah, and I can tell you now, exactly what's gonna be. It's gonna be Vanquisher, it's gonna be Fang, and then one random.
You really think Fang?
Fang's really strong. And the gear hype is real right now.
Oh yeah. I think Fang will be a good contender when it comes out, just because of the amount of pressure it can put and just come back hand.
Yeah.
What else? Angels?
Maybe.
Maybe we're playing it wrong and someone's gonna figure out how to play Malekith to a point where it's just broken.
I can tell you now, you're gonna see one team that has that one random Nubatama player in it.
I mean, Nubatama's still good. You go to Hanzo, hey, goodbye board in hand. You go into the other one, goodbye hand.
You're gonna see one Claire somewhere in that team.
Oh, Claire. Fuck, Claire. Claire's gonna be interesting. Claire, a lot of people are predicting Claire to be A tier. Not stupid broken, but also a good contender just because of what it does.
I mean, it's the same thing to be said about Genesis right now with
I mean, I can still see Mordred being up there. Like, put the new stuff in, put some of the cleared stuff in, honestly.
Yeah.
And you have a pretty good contender of a deck.
Yeah.
Because 5 attacks that are all above, almost above 20k is still 5 attacks that are all above 20k.
Like I said, it's because like you're gonna have Vanquisher, you're gonna have Fang. Is this gonna be like the Bermuda, the Kagura, Overload back?
Do you? That'll be coming back, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't see it. You're not gonna see Riviere. Say that now.
Revan could be a contender. It might not be.
Revan is a contender.
Like the decks I can see they're gonna be stupid broken and good are Murakami on the top.
Yep.
Reigning Supreme.
Yeah. That until it gets hit. That's gonna
Someone posted this. Let me find it.
It's definitely probably gonna be Fang for the second spot. It's really strong. It's not. I don't see why we wouldn't.
Don't get me wrong, I love Fang, and I think it's strong as well, but for some reason I can't say it's gonna be meta. It's always blown up on my face. There was, someone posted this and there's a lot of good consensus on it. Shut up, picture. Anyway, as you can see, Esther, Vanquisher, Mordred, I can tell you, Mordred's still a very good contender, and player it's up there. Riviere, even though he got it rotted, it's still a good contender. It might drop a little bit. Maybe this is a bit outdated.
I think it's a bit outdated.
I don't see Pale Moon.
I still think it's gonna. I don't think it's as high as that is. I think it's gonna drop down to like a tier.
Revan. A lot of people are overestimating Revan, in my opinion. It's a really strong deck. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I think they're a little bit overestimating it because it doesn't have an early game anymore.
If you rush it hard enough, it has the same problem as Vanquisher.
Pretty much.
It's very reliant on pieces, and if they don't have a full board when they get there, they're not doing anything.
Sure, Yuki got hit, so Hugh got bumped down, but not completely dead. Like sure, Yuki did help the deck, but you can still make a pretty strong Hyuga deck.
Yeah.
Ezel, really? I'll bump that down. I don't see an Ezel. I
can see Aggravate.
Aggravate's right next to it.
Yeah, Aggravate I can't see.
Maelstrom I can see. Genesis, dear Lord, do not let a Genesis player go first.
Yeah, if you see Genesis in their team and they high roll, you've already lost that round.
No. Hold the fuck up. No.
You're more than likely lost.
Let's say it like this. If Genesis goes first and they get all the pieces necessary, you are in so much trouble.
You are staring down the loss right there.
Because you gotta think, if they get there, they got a 43k Vanguard with Twin Drive, a 70k Valkyrion that probably has like 3 to 5 drives.
Unless they get severely unlucky, it has at least 1 drive.
I'm talking about perfect scenarios.
Oh, perfect scenarios. Okay, yeah.
Like, look at it this way. There's a 43 Vanguard with Twin Drive, a 70k Valkyrion with 5 drive that's gonna restand again, and 2 more rear guards that are gonna get all the trigger effects from those 7 drive checks.
And if it's perfect scenarios, they're gonna get +5s off of each force marker that's there.
I mean, yeah, if it's a grade 2, even that, it's gonna be even bigger. And you're at grade 2. You are a grade 2, getting hit by all that. Even if you survive, you're gonna be handicapped.
Yeah, like if you don't have a PG, you're taking at least 3 of those, maybe even all of it.
Pretty much. Other than that, honorable mentions, like I said, Hanzo, Nova Grappler might show up. Coral apparently is predicted to be very strong, so we'll see what happens.
I don't see how Gauntlet Buster's still there. They got neutered whenever they hit Cho.
I don't care what you say. Someone that can say, hey, your field goes away. It's still strong. Hey, you got a PG? Nope, you die.
If you're an Excel, it's still really hard.
If you're staring down a Fang that's 23k triple critical and you don't got a PG, are you shitting your pants?
I mean, if I have triggers in hand, I'm going to guard it.
Well, but you're still wasting cards from hand. A lot of them at that point.
Oh yeah, you're still wasting, but...
Same thing with Gauntlet. A Gauntlet does it even better than Fang, but killing the entire board.
I still think if you don't see the grade 2 to back it up with it, it's not going to do much. It's weird. It's a weird. I think that's why it's
Look, man, whenever you put a Gold Paladin player from 0 to 6 with Gauntlet, I don't want to hear it.
Fair enough.
Alright. Anything else we got?
Yeah, so expect us to be in Atlanta here in about a month.
About a month.
Actually, yeah, exactly. Probably a month.
Month and 5 days.
Yeah.
Whew. Anyway, yeah. Let's wrap it up there. That was episode 47 of Eat Time. Leave a comment down below what you think of the upcoming meta is going to be for Atlanta and future, Spring Fest. We're just covering Atlanta because we're going there. Other than that, like this video, subscribe to the channel, maybe share it. Let me do that again. You think I get it by now? Like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell button. Maybe even follow us on Facebook. There, now I got it. Anyways, as always, I've been Philip.
This is Alex.
And hopefully I can do this better next time. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Woo! Hey. Party in the front. No, wait. Party! Business in the front. Party in the back.